This video is about chemicals in the environment. Now, over the last 150 years since the Industrial Revolution, mankind has invented all sorts of really helpful chemicals and plastics which have transformed our daily lives into our packaging and the things we wear, the cars we drive, cosmetics, all sorts of really useful things have arisen due to all the chemistry of the last 150 years. Nowadays, we're becoming increasingly aware of some of the potential damage, the pollution that this can cause. I'm guessing that some of you will have watched, or in fact maybe most of you have watched documentaries about this, like Blue Planet. You've seen pictures of rivers and oceans with bits of plastic floating in them, pictures of wildlife damaged by plastics in the environment. And you know about pollution in the air and in the water we drink and in the food that we eat with pesticides, etc., all those little residues on it. You'll have watched programs like this. But what many of you will not know is not only is our environment polluted by these chemicals which are in such common use, but some of those chemicals are also getting into the human body. Now, at Prevent Breast Cancer, we've looked particularly at some chemicals that get into breast tissue. And yes, we have indeed found artificial chemicals that have got stuck in breast tissue, and they seem to just stay there for years and years. There's a group of preservatives called parabens. They get into breast tissue. There are UV filter chemicals which get into breast tissue. These are used in not just in sunscreen but other cosmetics and also in textiles and in packaging. And some of these chemicals get into the body, and that can be a theoretical concern because some of them may have a damaging effect on our cells. Now, we've looked at the link between chemicals and breast cancer, and to be perfectly frank, we're just not sure if it is important or not. There are some who say, yes, these chemicals may well be harmful to cells and go on to trigger breast cancer. And there are others who say that probably those chemicals just sit there and are inert and they're not really doing anything very much, but they are there. So I think the message that these studies have given us is that yes, we do have to really take care of the environment in which we live, that we shouldn't be throwing away all these plastics. We shouldn't be indiscriminately putting chemicals into our environment, because I'm afraid some of them are getting into human tissue as well as into wildlife. And we need to be careful. So yes, I think there is an eco message from Prevent Breast Cancer, which is be careful, and as we move forward, let's try to minimize our pollution of the environment by chemicals.